Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Juice Manji Julian Rodriguez, and you are now watching The Pulse. Sneakers! Alright, Concords. Concord lows coming out this weekend. Really excited about those. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cop. I'm still on the fence, only because, you know, a lot of shit's dropping this month, and I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not made of money. You know, gotta pick and choose. Can't cop them all because we got those Concords. Also, starting to hit retailers this weekend are those Bo Jackson horse racing Air Trainer 3s, which I think are nice, but I'm almost certainly passing on those. I got too many shoes with pink in them, more than I could ever wear naturally. And then we got, you know, we got the Concords, and then in 2 weeks, and then my 2Ks are going to probably ship this week, the 2K LeBron 11s, so that's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think. I've been talking to people. Do you think that Nike is going to email us a picture of the shoes, or do you think the first sighting of the shoes is going to be when people unbox them, when we get them in the mail? I think that's very interesting. I look forward to that. I know a lot of people have unboxing videos on YouTube. I won't. You know, it's not, I don't do them now. I'm not going to do them for this shoe. I'm just going to show you a review. I don't know. Maybe, no. And then those Everglades, LeBron 11s. I was almost certainly going to cop the Concords, and then I saw those, and I was like, you know, it's just with J's, I'm not sure. You know, I'm just not sure. Like, I've always said, like, if I had a pair of low Concords, I would wear them more often. But it's just, I'm just so far removed from copping J's that I'm not sure I'll do that. I will cop those infrared low 11s, the infrared 23s, the ones that are black, with a little bit of bits of white and infrared. Those are fucking awesome. You know, it's just the fact that I have Concord highs kind of making me hesitant to cop the Concord lows. But let me know what you guys think. Which ones do you prefer? Do you prefer the infrared 23s, as it is kind of something a little different, or the Concords? And what do you think of those Everglade LeBrons? And let me know also what you think about your thoughts on the 2K14 LeBron 11. Moving on to sports. You know, if you guys want my thoughts on the whole Sterling Clippers fiasco, I spoke on that in another video. You know, it's on my channel. I uploaded it before this one, so go check that out. I'm not going to address that in this video. That's why I made a separate video, because it's just too meaty of a topic to discuss in a regular Pulse video. But what I am ready to talk about is these fucking playoffs. This is the best playoffs I think I've ever. Yeah, it's probably the best first round of playoffs I've ever seen. Hopefully it continues at this pace in the next rounds. But I think unfortunately in the East, you know, the Heat are just gonna moonwalk to the championship round, and you know, I think the West will continue to be a slugfest. But yeah, man, Memphis has been tough. You know, I think part of the issue with OKC is I think Scott Brooks is done. I think he's getting canned. Especially, I think it's a sure thing if they lose this series, which it looks like they're going back to, you know, going down 3-2 and going back to Memphis. And Memphis has just looked like the better team throughout the series. But I think, you know, ironically, you know, people hate Mike D'Antoni, but I think he would be the perfect coach for that roster that they have in OKC, because just hear me out. I know it sounds crazy, but you got, first of all, you can move Serge Ibaka to the 5 in D'Antoni's system. He can do a lot of the things that Phoenix, early Amari in Phoenix could do before he was quite his prime. But, you know, Serge can hit that mid-range jumper. He can do a little pick and pop, and he can be your roll man in the pick and roll game. Steve Nash is a wizard, but really the reads for that system are not that hard for the point guard. You know, it's a lot of high pick and roll, and what Russell can do that Steve Nash could never do, and then also that Steve Nash could never do is really he can attack the basket in a way. He brings that dynamic. So while he's not he doesn't have the vision and the ability to distribute that Steve Nash does, he brings that element to it. And then the up tempo, I think, will alleviate some of the concerns about Russell taking shots away from KD. There'll be plenty of shots to go around. I think all you need, and then you can play KD at the 4 as a stretch 4 in that system, or as a 3. So that gives you a lot of versatility. You could go acquire a stretch 4, or you can just have KD there, and you can just find 2 wings that can play D and shoot the ball. And I think you know, maybe D'Antoni's system, maybe you don't need to acquire 2 wings. Maybe you're good with Thabo. I think D'Antoni's system would empower Thabo a little bit. Or maybe you just play Lamb and Thabo and then play KD at the 4. Like, they have a lot of pieces that I think could fit in D'Antoni's system. You know, it might all be moot if D'Antoni isn't fired. And I don't think OKC would make that move, even though I think it would be a great fit. You know, look at teams like San Antonio and Miami. People don't like to say it, but they really swagger-jacked Mike D'Antoni's offensive system. They're not quite as up-tempo as they are, but really they do a lot of the same principles, high pick and roll, you know, with a big man who can shoot the outside 3. That's you know, that's the blueprint that he kind of, that he changed offensive basketball in the NBA with. You know, and Tony Parker has, more than people care to say, has a lot of similarities to Russell Westbrook. He's not as explosive, but they're very similar in that they're shoot first point guards on teams when they were young. Shoot first point guards on teams with a far more efficient offensive Hall of Fame type player, and people question their decision making. So, you know, I think that kind of a system could be really beneficial for Russell Westbrook, because right now OKC Scott Brooks just kind of rolls the ball out and says, "Okay, guys, go play." They don't really have much of a system. Clippers are going to wrap up that series. Emotional atmosphere for them. I thought there was no chance that they would lose that game after the decision to ban Sterling came out. You know, again, the East is just whatever. I look forward to seeing what happens in Spurs Dallas. You know, the West is a toss-up. I can see any of these teams that advance out of the first round coming out of the West at this point. Hip hop. You know, I hate to keep harping on how washed Jay-Z is, but good God, that verse that he dropped on this DJ Khaled record, awful. He had a line about softer than the lacrosse team. I don't think Hov really has a good grasp on what the fuck lacrosse is, because there ain't nothing soft about lacrosse. And we've all seen how unathletic Hov is. So for him to shit on lacrosse is kind of, come on, man. It's just, I really wish Jay would stop rapping. I really would. But in any case, I'm going to, I don't really have much else to say about hip hop, but I'm going to a Danny Brown show this weekend in LA. So I will let you guys know how that went. Maybe I'll take some pictures or something, but that should be fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys listen to anything. I know I've been shitty about getting back to you guys about certain like mixtapes and such, and I apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for the support. Please let me know what you guys think about all the things discussed in the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.